unpredictable, very tough to trade in. So we usually take Mondays just to settle down and take a look at what we can do to improve our ability to trade. So let me share a screen with you initially. Can everyone see my,
yes, sir.
you can see my screen?
I see your platform.
Okay, good.
All of them.
I want you to look at these series of trades I did in Euro USD. Can you see these?
Yes, sir.
Starting right here, the trade I made for 20 bucks. You see that?
Yes, sir.
I cleared that trade. I went in again. I didn't clear this trade. The price kept going up. I went in again for 100, cleared that trade. Then I went in for 200, cleared that trade. Then I went for 300, and I did a ×2, hit both of those, and then I went in for 500, hit those.
Nice.
All on Euro USD.
Beautiful.
Okay, so we're gonna just analyze. It's beautiful for me because I make money, and I do this every single day. But many of you struggle when you're trading alone. Many of you are not increasing your accounts on a consistent basis. Some of you are, the more experienced traders, and that's great. But what I want to make sure is that we're all having experiences like this the high percentage of the time. We want to make sure we're winning the high percentage of the time. So let's just analyze, sit down, and let's look at the things that we look for when we get ready to go into a trade. I want to stress to you, when you go into a trade, you should have completed all the steps in identifying the indicators as to why you're going into that trade. You need to have clear, objective trade decision. That decision needs to be systematic. That decision needs to be based on empirical data, and it must be based on rules that you have set for yourself when you're trading. There can't be an emotional decision. Oh, I feel like it's going to go up. Sometimes I hear people call out a trade. I just think it's going to go up. I don't care what you think. You have to give me the empirical data, the analysis that you did that show us the indicators that option is going to move up or down. I trade 100% unemotional. Whether I win the trade or lose a trade, I'm fine with it because I've gathered all my data and I've made a decision based on some rules I've set for myself. If I'm trading and those rules are not working, then I need to look at my rules. I don't need to look at the trade. I need to look at the rules I set for myself. So I've set a group of rules for myself, and I look at some particular indicators that have made me successful at this. So I'm here to share those with you, those that you like, you use, and try to incorporate it into your strategy. Those that, it's more than one way to do this. I'm not telling you that my way is the only way to do this. It is definitely not. It is one way to do this. If you see things that can help you, then try to follow up on those. Ask any question. So now let's look at and see why I would all of a sudden put, let me see, 5, 8, 11, 13, 14, about $1,600 of my money. This is real money. It's not monopoly money. It's my real account with a real balance in it. That balance, see this balance right here? This 3,000. Everyone see that?
Yes, sir.
That's real money. It's a brand new account I started last Monday with $500. I now have $3,000. Took no rollover on this account. Straight up, killing the broker dead. Because I'm confident in the set of rules that I have. I have a set of rules that I never go against. So now I'm going to kind of share those with you. So let's take a look at this trade. So let's share another screen. And let's look at this trade. And we're going to analyze it. Now, when I get better, when I get better technically, folks, we're going to do these live. We're going to analyze these trades live, and then on our Monday training sessions, we might jump into some of them if we see our indicators. Okay. So, can everyone kind of see this little screenshot of hourglass that I have up here? Is everyone looking at that?
Yes, sir. I see it.
All right, fantastic. Now, this is what I was looking at when I made the decision to put $1,600 of my own money that I need to take care of my family, that if the brokers take this money away from me, I don't have it anymore. So I want you to kind of go over with me the decision-making process. At that any time anything is unclear to you, chime in. If anything is unclear to you, if anything doesn't make sense, let's just chime in, and then you can have a set of questions that you save for the end. But if anything is unclear, all right, this is what I was looking at. I was looking at Euro, USD, and what did I see? Consolidation. I saw a lot of consolidation. What is consolidation? Consolidation is when you see these very small candles. That means price isn't moving up or down very much. It's moving up and down, and it's not staying up or down. So we don't have a trend, meaning it's not going up, 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 and it's not going down, down, down. It's going up, down, up, down. That's called consolidation. All right. When you see consolidation, the next thing you should look for, and this is the ideal situation, look for the trend in consolidation. This is what I mean. You're not going to see many times a big trend. You'll see a very small trend in consolidation. So what you should do is you should use these bands here, this yellow and green band in the middle. These are your average price bands, and see what they're doing. Look, they were in a straight line, then they went down a little, then they got to this point with this big long blue candle, and they shot up. And it shot up, and then it stayed in consolidation, but consolidation on an uptrend. Anyone doesn't understand, just let me know. Look at your Bollinger Bands. Your Bollinger Bands are going up. Your red bands are going up here. Your average price is going up. So now you have a slight uptrend in consolidation. Wonderful. This is setting up to be a victim. So now if we're uptrending in consolidation, cash trap works the best. If you're using any other method, web slinger, blue gator, sniper, whatever, using something from TradingView, if you're in consolidation with a slight trend, cash trap is killer, killer, killer. Okay? No big swings. Cash trap is excellent. So now I know I have a good opportunity. Now I'm in consolidation and I have a slight uptrend. The next thing I'll look for is a call. I'm going to look for a call. The trend is up, so I want to go with the trend. I'm in slight consolidation with an uptrend. If the trend is up, you look for a call. If the trend is down, then look for put opportunities. So now I'm in consolidation. I have a slight uptrend. I'm looking for a call, meaning I'm looking for a setup where the currency on the top is stronger than the currency on the bottom. So I'm scrolling through, and look at Euro USD. The euro is 54 and the dollar is 27. Now, don't look at the call, because when I screenshotted this, it was later on in the trade, okay? The trade had already happened. But I'll wait for the call. I usually wait for the call, but I might preempt it. And we'll go over preemption one day too, because you in consolidation, sometimes if you wait for an up arrow, or if you wait for a confirmation candle, you'll miss the trade. And I know me and Robert go over this quite a bit. In consolidation, I don't wait for a confirmation candle. I look at an area and a price, and we'll go over that one day. So here, I'm in a slide up trend in consolidation. I have the stronger currency on the top because I have to be looking for a call. And now I have it. The euro is twice as strong as the dollar. This is going to be a good ride. So I know now we're coming out of consolidation into a trend. I know the trend is going to last more than 2 candles. The currency is so strong, it should be able to hold that position for 10 minutes. If it's able to hold that position for 10 minutes, that's telling me I can go in more than once. Some of you bet pullbacks. Some of you will say, oh, the stock's, the option's going up. I can put in a put and then it goes down. I can put in a call, and you play, kind of that game. And it works for you. Doesn't work well for me. The spike game doesn't work well for me. Pullbacks don't work well for me. Reversals, I don't do well. I want to see 2, 3, 4 candles in a row going in my direction. I want to be able to see setups where that's going to happen. And that's where I can go in. It might take an hour for it to happen. But if you see, I set up my computer maybe for an hour, but I can go in and win $1,500. It's worth it to me to be patient. So this is how I trade. So now I got the call. So what am I looking for? Let's look now, because you just can't be looking at candles, these blue and red candles. It's not just artwork. These are geometric signs to me. Okay? I'm looking for a certain geometric pattern now. So let's go over the indicators I have so far. Many of you going, you keep repeating yourself. Yes, I keep repeating myself, because through repetition, it's going to stick into your brain, into your psyche. I'm going to keep repeating myself, because when I sit here at my computer and I start to trade, I have to keep repeating it to myself, or I'll get into a trade that I'll have a tough time with. So I'm always repeating it to myself so I can learn to stick to those rules. So I got the consolidation. I finally got my slide uptrend. I got my stronger currency. Now I'm looking for a call. Now, these are where the candles come in. These candles tell you how long a currency spends going in a certain direction. Now I have these set on 5 minutes because these are how my trades work. When I figure out from this setup what I want to do, I want to make a call. I know that that call will happen between the time I choose to get in the trade in 12 to 15 minutes after that. I'm looking for a trade that's going to be good 2 to 3 candles. So I'm predicting that once I get in this trade, when the price action happens, and when you hear that price action, that just means the direction of the trade. When the direction of the trade starts to happen, it's not going to be good for a minute, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. It's going to be good for at least 2 candles. So I'm going to go in for 3 minutes. Now, when the only question, listen to what I'm telling you, because we have a saying here in Beach Trader, and the Eagle, and we use this all the time. It's not if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. So I'm not waiting for if anymore. Know why I'm not waiting for if? Because this setup, 90% of the time, the price goes up. So I'm not worried about the direction of the price. I'm just concerned when the price action will occur. Okay? Once I get all my indicators, now, when do I go into this trade? When do I press that green button? So let's go over when in this setup, when you see this setup, and you're going to see it. You're going to see it. I promise you. When you see this setup, when do you push the green button? Let's look. I got a big blue candle, and then price came down for about 20 minutes. But look, it never came down to this level again. Then the price went up. I'm looking for a flat top. What's a flat top? I'm looking for the point in time where the blue candle and the red candle have the same height at the top, not the bottom. I look for it at the bottom if I'm looking for a put. I'm looking for a flat top on the top, not a flat bottom, a flat top when I'm looking for a call. Look, flat top happened right here. Look, the call, the price went up. The next candle, the price went down. Okay? All right, fine. Price action continued to go down. That means you wait. Don't go into this trade yet. Trended up again. I didn't go in here again. I didn't get my confirmation, so I didn't go in here. Look, price went up again. Right here is another flat, top. After the price went down on the flat top, it trended up for 3 candles. Now I know the next flat top, I go into this trade. I could have went in on this flat top, but I knew I was going to go in for bigger money for me. So I waited just to confirm. This is the uptrend I was looking for. The currency is too strong to hold him back now. He's going to dominate the weaker currency at this point because I got 2 flat tops now. So the next flat top, I'm going in. And the price went down. It went all the way up. Hey, look at what we have here. Look, gang. The height of the blue candle at the top is the same as the height of the red candle at the bottom. Now, when price goes down again, I'm all in this trade, 100%. When price goes down again, I'm all in this trade, 100%. I'm gonna say that again. Only if price goes down again after this flat top, I'm going in this trade all out. Why? Because I'm in consolidation with a slight uptrend. I have the stronger currency. I'm in. Stronger currency is going to win in this situation 90% of the time, unless the currency strength switches in the middle of the trade. That's the only thing that can stop me. So when I got this flat top, what did price do? Price fell. When I saw price fall below resistance, this is when I entered the trade. Right at this yellow line is when I entered the trade. Guess what I did? I went into trade a little too early. Guess if I care? Nope. Because this trade is not going to be good for a minute, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. This trade at least be good for 10 minutes. So I can roll over. And what do Worldwide always say? Roll over with confidence. If you got in a good trade, you roll over with confidence. You don't care. That's what rollover is there for. Because it's not if, it's just when. I got in this trade about 2 minutes too early. I should have got in this trade at this point, but I got in at this point. It went down, the price action went down a little. Guess what I did? Rolled over. Now look at price action. This is when I started going in again, when I saw price action going the direction that I knew it would go. Then I went in again and again and again. This price didn't go down for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes. So that meant your number that you went into this trade was good for 30 minutes. It never went down past that price. I just stopped timing it. I just left it alone. I had to go to bed. Or I wanted to show you how long it took for price to come back down. In a setup like this scenario happens all the time. So when you see me and you see my broker account and you see me lose a $20 trade and then lose a $1 trade and then win a $5 trade, now all of a sudden you see me making $200, $300, $400, $500, $1,000 trades. This is the kind of setup that happens when I do something like that. I want you to look at price action again. Here's the flat tops, right? I'm looking for a flat top and I'm looking for price to fall. Not price to go up. I'm looking for price to fall in the next.
Lost you, Mr. Walt.
Yeah, he froze. So let's give him a couple of minutes. Maybe bad connection. There he is. He's back.
When
you back, Brother Walt?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
When you see price action go in your favor, Eagle, what should you do? You there?
I'm sorry, Mr. Walt. I was on the line. Forgive me. What'd you say, sir?
I said, Eagle, when you see price action go in your favor, what should you do?
You know when to go in my favor. You know what I'm going to do.
You're going to go into the trade again.
And I'm going to double up.
And you're going to double up. Now, listen, manage, you know, don't over leverage.
Yes, sir.
But yes, you should go in again. Yes, sir.
And I don't know, if this is the correct question, but how do you know, or what gives you a pretty good idea that this trade is going to last for 15 minutes?
Now, what I know is trades like this, 90% of the time, last for at least 2 candles.
At least 2 candles, that's 10 minutes. Right, okay.
10 minutes, right? So I can tell you that I didn't know it was going to last as long as it did. That's why I waited. I wanted to show you all when the trade would go down. But after I waited 30 minutes and it never came down. But what I'm saying, Shelby, is if you get in a trade, so you're waiting for after this flat top. So you're sitting here by yourself, right? And you see the flat top and all the indicators, and then you see your red candle.
Right.
You know how people always, when I'm trading or when an educator's trading, say, well, what's the price? When should I go in? What's the price? When should I go in? And sometimes, you know, it's not about a price. It's just about an area. Meaning I want to go in this area into the trade. You see where my cursor is? Any price in this area is good. See this red line right here? Once it crossed this red line, that's when I got into the trade. I could have waited till it got closer to another resistance point, but I did not care because this trade was going to be good for 10 minutes and this was going to shoot up. So I knew the price that I went in at was going to be good. So when you're looking at trades like this, get yourself an area and say, okay, from me studying this trade, when price gets in this particular area, that's when I'm going to go into the trade. So I'm looking for an area. And now when you have more trending, when the market is more of an expanding market and you're trending really hard and in one direction or the other, that's when you should be concerned about price points. In a consolidating period, okay, you should be concerned more with area, right? Because the price is going to be changing really fast until you get the area that you want. So after the flat tops and the price goes down, in this, when I saw this big red candle, I got in the middle of this candle. So that meant that price was going the wrong way for me. I wanted price to go up. Price continued to tank. Guess what I was doing when price was doing that? I was giggling and laughing, happy as I could be. That means that I'm going in for another 300 and another 500 and another 500, and I'm going in because I did the analysis and I had the indicators. No, not because I thought and I wished. So Shelby, I knew this was going to be good for at least 2 candles because the stronger currency had the upward momentum coming out of a consolidating period. Coming out of a consolidating period, the stronger currency is going to have the momentum once the momentum is chosen, meaning this kind of stayed in a consolidating period into this big blue candle. And then it chose a side. It chose to be in a slight uptrend, okay? Coming into the uptrend, look, here, and it bounced down to here, and then price continued to go up. Price continued to go up. So now you're just looking for the flat tops at that point, and you know you're going to get at least 2 candles. But this is what this training session is for. So for you to be able to look for the flat tops, look for the price action after the flat top, and then go into the trade.
Mr. Walt?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. When you indicated that you felt as though that you went in a bit early, and I just want to confirm this with you. Now, if we're looking at this, if we look straight down and a little off of what you did, because I figured you went in, like you said, maybe about 2 minutes early or something to that effect. Now,
I did.
Okay, so would it be a good suggestion for the individuals, even though they see the markers, we know the flat top is coming, would you be looking at the stochastic and the RSI, which both are now where you would have wanted to go in right before that uptrend began, and they're mimicking exactly what you're talking about up top, sir?
Well, Eagle, we got to look at when I got into the trade.
Yes, sir.
So look at the first, this blue arrow here. You see this blue arrow?
Yes, sir.
So at the time I got into the trade, Eagle, they were both over.
Right.
I waited. I got in the trade here. Okay. They both crossed, and they were on the way to crossing down. I got into the trade where this first yellow line is.
Right.
So I did wait. Even though I got to sell, I didn't care. I still got in. I could have waited until this next candle.
Yes, sir.
But, you know, I had all my indicators. I had the cross down. I had the stronger currency. I had the uptrend. I had the flat tops. So that's what made me feel comfortable going in a little early. Now, what I could have waited for would be a confirmation.
Yes, sir.
Meaning, soon as I saw, I could have waited this red candle out.
Yes, sir. And
waited for the next candle to be blue.
Yes, sir.
And then go in. I could have done that, but since I'm waiting on an area, I just preempted it. Now, you're right. If you can be more cautious, but if you look at when I originally went in, now you do make a good point, because look at when I went in again.
Yes, sir.
The stochastics were working. The other were working. Oh, I see what you're saying, Eagle. You're right.
Yes, sir. No, that's what I was asking.
No, Eagle. I'm looking at it again. You're right. I didn't wait. You're right. I didn't wait.
Okay.
So he's saying that I went in. No, I didn't go in here, Eagle. I'm looking at this wrong. I went in about here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep. So the eagle is right. But here's the point I'm making. Doc always calls this, your sixth and seventh indicator. Okay. Right. And that's your gut, how you feel about the trade. After you see all of this, then you go, I feel I didn't want to miss the price action because I knew I was going in 5 or 6 times.
Yes, sir.
So sometimes I get anxious. But if you saw my first trade, I think it was $100.
Yes, sir.
So Eagle, if I would have gave up that $100, I was cool because I was going in. You saw the next ones were for 200, 300, 500. So you're right. I did preempt that a little early.
Yes, sir.
But I wasn't worried for 2 reasons. My volume compared to how I was going to really attack this trade was low. Plus, I knew my price action would be at least 2 blue candles, so the price would come back to me.
Yes, sir.
But you should wait. Wait for your cross down.
So that question, that's a trigger line. This is Warwick. I'm just listening for the first time. So that's that 25,000 was like a trigger line to designate when you want to get into that long position.
You're talking about the stochastic in the RSI down here?
Right.
Yes, sir. That's my trigger point. So when I get the cross down or the cross up here, yes, that's telling me that the is undersold. So the price is going to go up. So every time you look at it, every time it touches down here, it shoots up. Touches down here, shoots up. Touches past these, and it goes up. And the same case was true here.
How you got this set? How you got the RSI set? What's like the 14 and 3 or something like that?
No, the RSI is set for 80-20, and the the castic is 80-20. The RSI is 70-30.
Okay, on a 5-minute chart.
Yes, sir. These are 5-minute candles. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Sorry.
No, brother. Please. Any question, because I want to make sure. Am I marking this up?
Yeah, worldwide.
Yes, sir.
And the team. I just wanted to make a quick announcement. I wanted everybody to welcome Brother Warwick. That was him right there. He's actually an investment banker and operates hedge funds out of Miami. And he got excited about what we were doing, so he wanted to come check us out and different things of that nature. And I told him,
awesome.
I want him to start with worldwide.
All right.
Awesome.
All right. Welcome, Mr. Warwick.
Hey, great to have you, Brother Warwick.
Thank you.
So, what are our takeaways here? When you're sitting at your computer, making a trade decision. Now I'm super serious about this because I don't want anyone to be losing. Listen, if you just get the basics of this down and you have a broker that offers you the rollover function, you should be winning 80% of the time. That's why when they attack me, Doc, what they do when they attack us? What do they take away?
And they take away our rollover, sir.
Take away your rollover.
What's a rollover?
So say you get into a trade, you get into it for a certain amount of time. You want that price action to occur in that amount of time. So say you get in for 3 minutes and you say, I'm gonna have a call for 3 minutes. That means you're saying price action will go up. Well, you were a little off in your time. That price action might not happen for maybe another extra 1 or 2 minutes. The broker allows you the opportunity to extend your time. So they'll increase your time and they'll charge you 30%, meaning they'll add 30% to your trade, but on a 2-minute trade, they'll make it a 4-minute trade. And you can continue to roll over as many times as you want and they'll double your time. It'll just increase your trade.
So you have to tell them how much time when you go into this trade, you have to designate on these types of trades, you have to tell them how much time you're going to take on your exposure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So usually tell them 5 minutes? That's usually the time you use?
Well, we have the option from 1 minute on up. So 1 minute to 15, 20 minutes you can choose. And depending on how people are trading or what their trading strategies are, they'll choose different time frames. But I usually only trade, usually when I have rollover, my trades will usually be 3-minute trades.
Oh, so what you're doing, these are options. So you're just betting on where it's going to go within a certain period of time. That's basically what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
I got you. Okay,
yes,
cool.
Sir.
Cool.
That's how it works. So anyone, anytime, just if you have questions, just let me know, because I've been on a few calls where people are saying that they're struggling. Some people are struggling in their accounts. Many of you are doing super well. We applaud you. I went 11-0 last week in our public trading, meaning every call I made, I got green bubbles. So if you would have just monkey see, monkey do, and I keep my trading account up when I trade, so you see exactly what I'm doing. All you have to do is mimic what I'm doing. You would have went 11-0 last week. And then some people hit me and say they had a losing day. And I'm like, something's wrong. So then I talk to people. Some people are struggling in their accounts. Their net balances are going down. Okay, we got to fix that. We got to fix it right now. So when you sit down at your computer, what should you be looking for when you're making a trade decision? You have to identify what phase the market is in. If you don't know what phase the market is in, do not take a trade. If you can't say, oh, the market's trending up, the market's trending down, the market's in consolidation, do not take a trade. Identify the market phase. What's the next thing you should do? The next thing you have to do, okay, is confirm your indicators. Do I have the currency strength? Do I have the put or the call button? Do I have the crossover of the RSI? Do I have the crossover, right, of the stochastic? Sometimes you can get a buy or sell indicator. Is my EMA in the right place? All right, are my Bollinger Bands in the right place? You look at all these indicators. If you don't have the indicators, or you don't have enough of the indicators, do not go into the trade. Sometimes I'll see people take trades, and whether they clear the trade or not is irrelevant to me, because this is not an emotional thing. This is a mathematical thing. Whether they hit the trade or not, to me, is irrelevant. I said that trade was too risky for me to put my money up. That's my money from my bank account. That's real money. I can't go to the Monopoly board and switch it out. I got to go earn it again. So before you press that button and put up money you've earned, make sure you have your indicators. Now, once you have your indicators, once you identified the market phase, right? Now you have to, what's the area I'm going to get in at? You say, worldwide, how do I know what area? You have to identify areas of resistance and areas of support. So I use the flat top, flat bottom theory on this one. In consolidating markets, that's the best strategy for me. When I got the flat top, right, that told me that that was an area of resistance. That meant that the weaker currency couldn't stop the stronger currency from going past that point. He was going to bust through that point. He was going to absolutely maul this dude. He couldn't stop him. I have to identify that area. If I don't identify the area, then I won't know where to get into the trade at. And I could get into the trade at a price that's not good enough to win, even though the option moves in my favor. So when this flat top occurred, I waited for price to reject. and then I got in. The Eagle pointed out, and I'm 100% transparent with you. I always show you my accounts. I show you my balances. I tell you about my tough days. Like this morning was a tough morning. I mean, I didn't do that bad, but it was tough. So the Eagle pointed out, oh, he's an experienced trader. Told me to my face, you got in too early. And he was right. But I was licking my chops because I knew I was gonna make a rack easy. It's gonna make $1,000 on this trade easy. So I couldn't wait to get in. And I knew my price point was gonna be my price point area was gonna be very good. And I went in for low volume.
So a series of 3 5-minute trades. In other words, you went in for a few sets of minutes and then went in for another sequence of minutes and then thereafter. Is that what happened?
Absolutely, brother. So I'll go in for 3 minutes. I might have to roll over once. Then if I see the price, if I see the price action moving into the area that I have predicted in my analysis, then I'll take another trade.
So when you roll over, it's like you double down. It's like now you doubling down when you roll over.
Well, you're not doubling down. You're adding 30%. So say you take 3-minute position at $100, and then you have to roll over. Now your $100 position is now a $130 position, but instead of just 3 minutes, you have 6 minutes.
I got you.
So, but every time you roll it over again, they keep adding 30%. So I've had a I've had an $800 trade turn into a $3,000 trade rolling over. And that's where you can get busted. Because if your analysis is wrong or price reverses on you, currency strength reverses, market news and noise, the trade may never get to where you thought it was going to go. And then now you kept adding 30% and you over leverage yourself. So just be careful with your rollovers. Sometimes instead of rolling over, I'll let the trade go and take a position at the better price. And me and the Eagle talk about that all the time. Whereas I know the Doc is very aggressive, so he'll keep his position and work the rollover if he has to.
So each time they add 30%, you're extending the point at which, you know, your distance, you're extending your distance as well. Yes, when you roll it over, instead of just exiting, taking your chips off the table, you're saying, okay, I'm thinking it's going to go even further than where it is, and I'm going to bet for another 3 minutes, and it's going to go even further. And then once you're in that bet, you're into it. You're committed from all the money that you got in there thus far is committed. So your cost basis is up to the new set of 33 minutes, a new 3 minute setup. So if it do go against you, you lose everything you just gained. That's what you're saying.
Well, yeah, in essence, but what happens is, say you go in for $100 and the price doesn't get to where you want, you would have lost that trade. So to give you more time for price to come into the area where you're in profit, you roll over. Now you're in 130. Price still doesn't come where you want it. Now you're in for 169 and you rolled it over again. Now you've rolled it over to where you've been in the trade for an hour and you're in there for $500 and price still isn't in profit for you.
I got you.
So you're just waiting to roll over to see if price is going to, and you have to roll over. You only get 1/4. So say, for instance, you're in the trade for 4 minutes. You have to choose to roll over when the time is 3/4 up, meaning you have to roll over in 3 minutes. If you wait after 3 minutes, you won't have the ability to roll over.
I got you.
You're in a trade for 10 minutes, okay? You only have 1/4 of the time to roll it over. So you got to roll it over prior to, with 20%, so you have to roll over by 8 minutes.
So when I'm hearing you telling me these binary options, I mean, it's been years. Like I said, I trade all the other stuff. If it doesn't make your number, it's an all or nothing game. In other words, if it makes your number, you make a payoff. If it doesn't make your number, you lose everything.
Absolutely. That's what makes it risky when you start rolling over on top of the risk that you've already taken with the trade. So now, since it's an all or nothing proposition, right? When you're rolling over, you're adding 30% to a position that could be just a straight up losing position.
So what's the payoff like? I guess the payoff depends on how much time and distance you want to stretch. Is that how the payoffs run?
No, the payoff is determined by the broker in the payoff amount in which you went into the trade. So the different currency pairs, the payoffs always change. So they can go from 60% to 85%, depending on what the broker offered at the time you took the trade.
Worldwide, can you show him the broker account so he can see the trade?
Absolutely.
And then also, you cannot do a rollover if you're in profit. They won't let you roll over a good trade.
Right. You can't roll over a good trade. Absolutely.
Okay. Only if you're down trying to come back. I got you.
So if you can see the broker account here, you see USD JPY. So this is the currency pair of the dollar and the yen. At this time, the broker is paying 75%. A different broker could be paying a different amount.
When you pay 75%, what do you mean? If I put up $100 and it comes my way, I'm going to get $175 back.
Right. You get 75 in profit. You get your 100 back and you get 75 profit.
If it makes a number I say it's going to make within the time I designate, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or whatever the case might be.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is some real gunslinging right here.
Some of them can be 60 minutes, like this NZD USD. Some can be 60. This one's GBP CAD. Can the pound against the Canadian dollar? Is that
it's got to shoot through that number before your time is up. That's really what you're saying.
So if you make a call at a certain price point, so say you make a call at a certain price point, the price needs to be higher than the price point you took the call at within 3 minutes. I don't care if it's by 1 point, 1 pip, 10 pips, 1,000 pips. You just have to be above that line. If you make a put, then the price needs to be lower. The price has to go down.
So in other words, what if it shoots through? So what if it goes like interest? So I go a 3 minute run. What if it shoots through in 2 minutes and bounces back? That doesn't count?
Well, Damon, it'll probably be better for you to kind of take him through the broker accounts and how it works, so he can kind of wrap his head around.
Okay, I'll do that work after this call.
Oh, no problem.
He sounds like an experienced trader. He just needs to know how the brokerage accounts work.
Yeah, I'm gonna show him that. I'll show him the expired times and all that. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you work after this call.
Okay, no problem.
Can you take $1 1 minute trade so they can see?
Pardon me?
Can you take a $1 1 minute trade so they can see what you're talking about?
No. Damon will go over that with him.
Okay.
What we want to do here, okay? What I want to make extra sure, because we don't have a lot more time. This is what I want to make extra sure. I want to make extra sure that everyone on this call whose accounts are not in profit, and also the people on this call who cannot trade on their own. Warwick is an experienced trader. So we take him to the side and we go over this with him for 5 minutes. He's going to understand everything because he does this. This is just a different type of trading, but he'll understand everything. Now, for you, and I'm dead serious about this. I'm so serious about this. It hurts my heart when people aren't winning in this. I sit down and I go, how can you not win at this if you have rollover? I have no idea. I can't even think of how you can lose at this if you have rollover. I can't think of a scenario where I won't slay these brokers. That's why they take away my rollover. That account I just showed you started at $500 last Monday. It's over $3,000 in 4 days, and they cut me off on Thursday. No more rollover. I don't know how you lose, because I understand how you lose. You don't know when to make the trade decision. You struggle on when you should come into the trade. You struggle. So we want to make sure that when I come on here on Mondays, because it's kind of hard, you know, it's hard on the educator. Thursday, oh, you're moving too fast. Thursday is advanced trading day for me. That's when I got to get my chips, and I want you to join along. So I'm doing reversals, I'm doing pullbacks, I'm doing these type of trades. You just follow the leader, or you make your, you know, you take an idea or you don't take it. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm more methodical. We went 3-0 and somebody blurted out, oh, I thought we was going to be trading, making money. You just went 3-0. You give me 3 good trades that I can just take. And I'll put this. All right. So what I'm saying is you won't have to worry about any of that if you know how to trade on your own. If you can sit down at the computer and do this yourself, what Worldwide does, what Doc does, a Beach Trader, is only gravy. So I want to make sure you understand when to go into a trade, why to go into a trade, what you're looking for, how to identify market phases. Now, once you identify the market phase, identify the areas of resistance or support. This flat top gave it to me. Once I saw this flat top, I'm all in. I got my candle, red candle with the pullback, and I went into the trade. The trade was good for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 5-minute candles. I don't know when this came down. I can't sit here and look at this.
You got to go back to your screen, Worldwide. You got to go back to the cat.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, let me go on back. Because I want you to see this setup. Okay? You see this? Do you see this setup? When Vive Forex kicked me out, and I'm not even mad at them. When I saw this setup, I had about $6,000 in my account. When I saw this setup, guess what I did? Y'all already know. I put the whole 6 on it. I put the whole 6 on it. That's how gangster I am about knowing what I'm looking at. Should you do that? No, but I can lose that. I'm losing that. If I lose it, then I know I shouldn't be teaching it to you. And that's my idea. If this don't work, then I just need to do it, lose, and leave it alone and not do it no more. Tell Damon, man, this is a bunch of hocus pocus, man. This is whack. So what I did was, I said, okay, I'm going to learn it, devote my time and effort to it. I'm already a finance guy, right? I got an MBA. I know about finance. I know when the stochastic moves, I can tell you why it moves. I can do the actual equation that makes it move. Matter of fact, I run something behind this. I do the actual equations myself. So I say, okay, either this works or it doesn't work. So I'm going to put this 6 racks up. And if it don't work, then it's a bunch of hogwash. I can go do something else. I can go do something else with my time and my money that can be profitable. But I'm positive this works. When you see a setup like this, 90% of the time, you're going to win. And if you have rollover, even if you see lesser setups that will go over, you should be able to win. So you look for your point of resistance. Once you see your point of resistance, now you know when you should go into the trade, right? And resistance is just an area. I can go into this trade in any of this area. Should I try to take the best price and go in down here at the bottom? Absolutely. But I'm not no Swami. I don't know when the bottom is going to come when I'm sitting here in the middle of the trade. I don't know exactly when it came. So when it crossed this red line, I took it because I thought that was the point of resistance. It went down a little further. So what? I got 1, 5, 10. I had 20 minutes where that price was good. Then I went in again at the bottom of the candle. I went in again here. I went in for 8 minutes. See this yellow line? That's when I went in the first time. Then I went in on this candle. And then I went in 4 times on this candle. After this candle, it just went up, 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 and away. because I saw my indicators, not because I felt good or God is going to bless me or none of that. It's the math and the math alone. So let's understand. Let's talk about time. Time expiration is a huge factor. Once you have all your indicators, all you have to identify now is time. Time. In a trade like this, I would not suggest 1 minute because 1 minute is irrelevant. In a trade that's going to be good for 10, 12, 15, 20, it's irrelevant. You're looking for price action to happen right away. Why? You know why people like emotional trades? You know why people like 1 minute trades? Because you get the money fast. Makes you feel mentally and emotionally better when you press that button and all you got to wait is 60 seconds and now you paid. Then as soon as price goes down, you're struggling to hit the rollover 50 million times. 30 seconds, you hitting the rollover. Trade been 30 seconds, man. But if that's your game, I'm not hating on your game. I'm saying if you see a setup like this, take your time. Go in for 3 minutes. At least go in for 2 minutes. That'll give you 1 minute to let your trade work. 160 seconds, let the trade work. Then you got another 20 seconds to 30 seconds to make a decision on whether you want to roll over or not. Your trade's going to be good for 12 minutes. You hit the rollover now in a 2 minute trade. Now you got 4 minutes. You hit it again. Now you got 8 minutes. You don't have to be in the trade a long time. And that's on a 2 minute trade. If I take 2 rollovers, I'm good. That's all I need, maximum. Time expiration is absolutely huge. So you need to make the right decision on time expiration so you don't overexpose yourself, over leverage yourself with those 30%. So, I hope I gave everyone a clear example for trade entry reasons, the objective of the trade, okay, the empirical data that you should be looking for. Now, one more thing. Please, please, please have a set of rules when you trade. Worldwide Walt set of rules. Rule number 1, never go against the stronger currency. I don't care if y'all hit 50 million trades in a row going against the weaker currency. I never take them. That's just my rule. And if you have a set of rules and you stick to it, that means you're being consistent. And if you're consistent, your plan has a better chance of working. That's just a rule that I have. I'm not saying the people that go against the stronger currency are, they have poor results than I do. They might have better results than I do. But I just have a rule. Okay? I always try to stick with the trend. I never trade against a trend. That's just a rule I have. Some of you trade pullbacks. Some of you trade that way, and that's fine. You trade reversals, that's fine. It may work for you. But whatever set of rules you have, stick with them. And your account will tell you if your set of rules are good. My set of rules are good. My accounts are growing. My accounts are growing because I have a set of rules and they're working for me. If your set of rules are good for you, your account's growing, stick to those. If you have a set of rules and you're trading a certain way and you find your account not growing, keep it real in the field. You're going to be 100 on my session. It's not a hoorah session and green bubble. Listen, you're going to get green bubbles making good trade decisions. If that's not happening for you, then you need to relook at some of your rules. Take a look at them. Make some adjustments. Ask educators what they're doing in certain situations. Ask them what positions they're taking. Ask them how they're working their rollovers. Take notes and get better. And I promise you, if you put in that effort, and it's not a lot, I didn't show you a ton of indicators. Had one guy on a call I was doing, why don't you look at the MAC? And why don't you look at this? Why? I said, the MAC? Why would I look at an MAC when I got an EMA? But I didn't say that because they look at you, right? And they think that I'm some truck driver that just started doing this when somebody presented an opportunity. I've been in finance my whole life. I got a degree from one of the best finance universities in the world. Why would I look at that when I have an EMA? I don't need to look at it. You look at it. I mean, do you trade better with? I said, give me a trade right now. If it's so good, give me a trade, which I never got. I went 11-0. And if I lose a trade, I at least know why I lost the trade. We're not here to go undefeated. Nobody's gone undefeated in this game. My job is not to go undefeated. My job is to make a profit and win more trades than I lose. That's my job. That's your job. If you're not doing that on your own, I hope you learned something today. Do you have any questions related to the subject matter of the trade that we just looked at?
Yes, I do.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Walt. This is Erica. And Dewan, my husband. When you had, this is earlier on, when you were talking about the candlesticks and you were saying how the flat top, the one right before you went into the trade a little too early, you had stated that the top of the blue candle met the bottom of the red candle. Can you go over that part again?
Okay, so you have two kind of tops. You have a flat top. You have two kind of flats. You have a flat top, you have a flat bottom. This is the example of a flat bottom, where the bottom of the red candle is the same as the bottom.
It's a little bar.
It's a little, Erica?
It's a bar that's blocking it, and I can't see it. It's like the I guess your edit bar.
You can't see?
Yeah, when the screen that I'm looking at, it has like an edit bar in front. Yeah, so I don't know if that little bar can be moved. Yeah.
This one?
Yes.
Oh, I don't think I can move it. I'm sorry.
That white bar with the like the gear symbol in it, the settings.
Okay. Is it moved now?
No, it's still
hit the signal to your right hand side on that. See if you can trash that worldwide.
This is a screenshot though.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That's true.
So I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
no,
Yeah,
no,
all right.
no.
Let's go into Cash Trap and let's see one. They happen all the time. Now they might not happen in a setup that we're looking for, but they happen all the time. So can everybody see Hourglass?
Yes.
All right. See this right here?
Yes.
That's a flat bottom. Price went down, and at the same point it went down, in the next candle, it went back up. This is a flat bottom. When that happens on the top, it's called a flat top. Now, here's an example of a flat top. The blue candle and the red candle are the same height. See, these aren't flat. These aren't flat. These are flat. These aren't flat. Flat top and flat bottom. What does that mean? That means you're getting true price action. The wicks are, okay. Every time you go into a trade and you see the little bar that says purchase deadline at your broker, how many of you remember seeing that?
Yes, I remember.
Okay, that means that the broker and the traders have to get all their trades in to get that price that they want by the deadline. If they don't make the deadline, they won't get that price, they'll lose out on their position. So at every purchase deadline, all the brokers and the traders are rushing to get all the orders in. That's why you see big movements at the purchase deadline. That's why traders like Doc he uses fixed time. He doesn't want those spikes at the purchase deadline. The purchase deadline is just now you have an inordinate amount of people coming into the market at that one short period of time. It's like everyone got to the party late and rushing through the door. It causes capacity to go up. And so it caused the price to move up or down depending on if all these people are coming in to put in a call or a put. Well, when you see a flat top and a flat bottom, you're looking at the true price. That means you're not looking at any broker fee. You're not looking at any taxes. You're looking at the true price of that option, right? That's true price action. Once you're in a certain phase in the market and you're getting true price action, then you can get a good idea of when you should be able to enter a trade. And we'll go over flat tops and flat bottoms in more detail, but I just wanted you to see how they work in a consolidating market when you have a slight trend. So the flat top and the flat bottom, they kind of look like this in real life. That's a flat top.
So when we see that, what is that telling us to do next?
Now, wait, now that's one indicator, right?
Right.
If you have a flat top, now notice, I looked for the flat top as like the third or fourth thing I looked for, okay? So say, for instance, I see an uptrend in a consolidating market, right? Next, I'm gonna look at my currency strength. First, I'm looking at the trend, then I'm looking at my currency strength. If I have a consolidating market with an uptrend, I'm looking for a call. I'm looking for a call. When I'm looking for a call, I'm looking for a flat top. When I'm looking for a put, I'm looking for a flat bottom. So
Okay,
next,
so you go.
Yes?
No, go ahead.
So that goes along with all your other indicators. But this flat top and flat bottom is a great indicator of when you should enter the market. Because I know sometimes you sit at your computer and I'm no different than you. And I'll go, man, when should I press this green button? I know I need to press this green button, but exactly when? Now, should I wait for a confirmation candle? Should I wait for an area of resistance? Well, what is the area of resistance? Nah, it could be here, could be there. When? And I know you sit, if I sit there, we all sit there and wonder, don't you? Should I push it now? Should I push it 2 seconds from now? Should I push it when it gets down here? Well, what the flat top does, when you see the flat top, and then you see the currency pair pulled opposite the direction that you want it to go, right? So when I saw the flat top, I'm looking for the call. Next, I'm looking for a red candle. I know I'm in the game now. Price is gonna go up 90% of the time.
Red candle or blue candle?
Depend on if you're looking for a call and a put. So we got to conceptualize, right? So let's go back to the actual trade setup itself, because this is a concept. And I want you all to be able to conceptualize, because you're going to see this setup. You're going to see it, but you might see it going for a put. This is just an example of a call. So let's just go over it again. You see, do you all kind of see the screen image I have up?
That's USD JPY, right?
Yeah, no, this is Euro USD, the one I have highlighted. You see it?
You're still showing cash chart right now.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Let me go to where I wanted to. Oh, here it is. Okay, so now I'm looking, see where my cursor is? This is where I started looking at going into this trade. I'm like, wow, I need to go into this trade, right? Because what did I see? Consolidation, uptrend. Okay, I should be looking for, listen, and we're gonna have some where I ask you all what I'm gonna look for. Consolidation in the uptrend, I should be looking for a call. I should be looking for a call. I'm looking for price to increase. If I'm looking for price to increase, I need the currency on the top to be stronger. So now I'm just going down my currency pairs and I see this setup. If in this setup, the dollar was stronger than the euro, then I wouldn't take it. But now the euro is twice as strong as the dollar. Now I'm licking my chops. Now notice at this point, I haven't looked for a flat top or a flat bottom yet. I know I need to get into this trade at some point for a call. I know that. Now, what do I need to do to figure out what other indicators to tell me when I should get into this trade? Okay. I got the cross, I got the stochastic and the RSI crossing down. Now I go look for a flat top. Now I go, that's my sequence. Now I go look for a flat top. And Mike just busted me. And I'm glad. Keep me true to my game. I didn't wait for this to cross all the way down. And I want you all to do that. It was probably about right here. It was almost crossing down, Mike. Come on, man, give me a break.
Yes, sir.
But I should have waited. So you look for it to cross down here and then go look for the flat top. Bam, here's the flat top. What? The flat top is happening as the RSI and the stochastic is crossing? If the broker wasn't kicking me out, I would have put my whole account up. He lucky I just hit him for 1,500. I'd have put my whole account up. Don't you do it. Please don't do it. Please. Proper risk management. Meaning when you see this, go into your higher volume, going for a 2%. If you usually do 1, go in for 2. Roll over with confidence, go get a cup of coffee and come back and get your money.
Walter, this is Robert. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
So you're going counterintuitive for me. So for a call, you're looking for a flat top. But basically, we take the call where the price comes down. So what does a flat top tell you for a call?
So the flat top tells me, right?
Yeah.
That the price action, I'm looking for it to trend up, right?
Yeah.
That's the true price.
Okay.
I know that at this flat top, there's no noise. So once I get the pullback, Robert, once I get the pullback, that means that the price is going to trend back up to at least the true price.
I see. Okay.
So whether it takes, and because I have the stronger currency, it'll probably move past the true price. So
that's how you knew it was going to be for at least 2 candles, at least 2 candles.
And that's how I can say, my prediction is this should last for at least 2 candles. I got the true price. I've identified the area of the true price. I got the pullback. Now I should see it continue to trend up at least to the true price. And because I'm with the stronger currency and I'm putting a call in with the trend, that price should be so strong. It should be so, that momentum, the price, everything working in my favor should be too strong to stop it for at least 2 candles.
One question, Mr. Walt.
Yes, sir.
If your currency strength had been against you, but all other indicators with you, what would you recommend there?
I would have looked for a different trade. I would not have went into this trade.
Gotcha.
Now, Shelby, please.
I understand.
The trade could have still worked.
Right.
But I would not have went into this trade. My trading method, I'm kind of stuck to it. So my rule says don't go against the stronger currency. So I just don't.
Gotcha. Okay.
Any other questions? That's absolutely fantastic. I'm glad that everyone can kind of take a look at this and wrap their head around it.
Excuse me, just to be brief, you got 5 points. I think you hit. You establish a trend, the currency strength being in a particular favor. Then you're looking for your top or your bottom, and from there, when your entry point should be dictated by the statistics being in the out of bound, and the RSI also being in the out of bounds.
Right.
And if all that lines up, then you should pull the trigger.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, I know there's a Bollinger Band setup, but I guess Damon, he can talk to me about the Bollinger Band setup that you mentioned. And we can go into that with Damon. I can get that. I know about those bands.
Yeah, because as you can see here, I'm close to the Bollinger Band. See, in a consolidating market, and I want you all to kind of see, in a consolidating market, the Bollinger Bands are close. Look, see the red bands and the green bands? They're close. When the market expands, you see how the bands move further apart? Look, the market consolidated again and the bands are closer. Cash trap is an absolute killer when the bands are close. And see, he's an experienced trader, so now he's bringing in another element, and we can go over that later. But yes, when the Bollinger Bands were here, I saw them get close. See how when this price went down, it got close to the Bollinger Band? I know it's going to bounce off of this top Bollinger Band. I know it is. So that was, yes, another indicator that I kind of used was the Bollinger Band. Price bounced down. No, you don't need to be at the green Bollinger Band. You got to be closer to the red one. And look how close it got to the red one. That was just another indicator that I could put $1 million on this trade. But don't you do it. Proper risk management. Don't do like Worldwide or you'll blow out accounts trying to learn this. Be a steady earner every day. Every day, earn it. You can find one of these trades at least a couple times an hour if you're looking. And you can make your daily profit just on this trade alone. I mean, I showed you the Carfax. You saw how I went in on this trade. My daily limit isn't $1,500. I think I try on this account, I try to do $150 a day. I try to do 3%. So I was at 3,000, about $90, $150. Okay. I made 1,500 on it. I shouldn't have did that.
So what do you sell the Bollinger Bands at? How you got those set?
So the Bollinger Bands kind of moved, and it's already set up in Cash Trap. So they're kind of pre-programmed.
Okay.
So they're programmed off the EMA, and I think they use 20 periods. I think they use 20 periods, the same they use for the EMA. So it'll move automatic, and that's the whole beauty of having Cash Trap. You don't have to kind of calculate these things or add them yourself. It's all a part of the Cash Trap package. And
gotcha.
And Robert, you see, I didn't even kind of wait for EMA to push it up. I just went in, man. I was so confident with this trade. When you see certain other indicators happening, then nothing can stop it.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, that early entry, Walt.
Yes, sir.
That would have been Robert, sir. Robert likes to go look first.
He's been a lot patient lately, though. I have to.
Yeah, I've learned from Walter. But you did it, Robert.
Robert, when we traded the other night, you called out a currency pair, and I didn't wait for you to give the price, and I thought it was good. And as soon as I went in, I think I went in at like 128. And I remember you called 140 as soon as I hit the button. And I said, damn it, Robert, why didn't you say that earlier?
And I waited for him.
Remember, and you waited, and the trade was a walk in the park.
Yes, sir.
Where I struggle with rollovers. So I'm like, okay, Robert's being more patient than me. I'm jealous. I can't have
I learned from you, actually. I was very impatient. I've learned from you to wait.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, thank you.
So everyone, Let's come back here tomorrow. Tomorrow is our methodical day where we pick the good trades. Now, you know, on Tuesdays and Wednesday, I do between 3 and 5 trades, depending on how many setups we get. I can't promise you we'll go undefeated every week, but what I can guarantee is that we'll take really good trade positions and have a really good chance of clearing our trades. So let's see if we can come back tomorrow and make some of our percentage. How about that?
That's dynamic worldwide.
Yes, sir.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the gentleman has shown us how to do it, why to do it, when to do it, and with the focus on your currency pairs, look at your indicators, see what they're doing. Just because cash strap gives you an idea does not mean you have to take it, okay?
Right.
You still have to look at the indicators, learn how to read your charts, and it'll be a whole lot better. So once again, Mr. Worldwide, thank you very much. Let's give him a hand. Let him know how much we appreciate him.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you, Mr. Walt. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, fam. It's all good.
Okay. I love it. Every time that gentleman comes on, I learn at least 3 new things.
Every time.
Every time.
That's right.
I don't care when he comes on. He teaches me something new. And the things that you forget can always cause you problems. You have to be focused. You have to make sure that you're not handling a whole bunch of other things at the same time. And make sure that you're looking at your indicators, please. All right, now, Doc, is there anything that you have to add, sir, right now before Mr. Walt?
No, that was incredible. Amazing.
Thank you, sir.
Worldwide in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you have any more? What happened?
2:30 right now. At 5 o'clock, we're gonna come back here. We got an EMX training at 5.
Thanks, Walt.
At 6 o'clock, you got the jet. He's gonna be the trader. Showing people their account, just different things of that nature. First looks, very informative.
Come on, pay attention.
Everybody to work in as a host. When you learn something, show it. So we got Jet. We need to show him support. He's going to be on at 6 o'clock doing the intro to training. Talk to us about what he's learned about this. It's not going to be trading. It's going to be training. So that's a misspell right there. That should be an N there. I got to fix that. So that's the training. Then at 7 o'clock, we're going to come back, make some trades. And then 8 o'clock, B traders coming on mindset training. And then at 9 o'clock, we got some more team building going on. So this is the schedule for the day. This is the schedule for the week. And y'all have any questions, you know where they find the schedule at. Let's go to I am team training.
Doug, you said we have 5 p.m. today too?
That's that training at 5 p.m. That's ECX right here.
But it's 6 p.m. in the.
It looks like a 6, but it's a 5. It looks like a 6, but it's a 5.
I see. Okay.
Yes, sir. I thought the same thing too, Robert.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's with the store, the e-commerce store. We're gonna do that at 5 o'clock. We're gonna talk a little bit more about that. And then anybody that needs to get started going on that, getting that going in the right direction, we can start moving that. Then the Jets coming in and doing the intro at 6, and then we're gonna be doing some training and trading at 7 and 8, and then at 9 o'clock we're gonna be doing some team building for those that want to take advantage of team building and that kind of stuff, and then that'll be it for today. So
hey Doc, could you kind of like just describe the because we're gonna do this like community session tonight at 7, right?
Okay.
Like community session, right, where we'll be all talking over trades and giving trade ideas all together, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be calling them out, looking
because Doc, some people come in and they say it's too many people talking and I can't. But that's just the kind of session that it is. So I just want to make sure that everyone knows that.
Yeah, y'all, we in the operating room doing surgery on currencies. So Yeah, it ain't gonna be, you know, like, okay, get in at 846. That's the time for everybody to grow and to learn. And so when you see a good setup, call it out. We're gonna take it out the waiting room, put it on the operating table, examine it. Everybody give an opinion, why you like it, why you don't like it, and then we do what we do.
Yes, sir.
So it's a little bit different than just calling out trades and different things of that nature. This is more of like a community pond, because the objective of this is for you to be able to see. Once you're able to see, it's over. You can print money. So we need to know what you see, because like when Maddie trades and Ness trades, you got to type in things. They got 20,000 people in there. They might not be able to get your questions answered and things of that nature. We want to help people be able to start trading in 4 to 8 weeks by themselves. We want to empower you, because once you're empowered, then you're expected to go and empower others. And you're making money to back up what's going on. So all we're doing at those meetings there is we all got the same tools. We're all in the operating room with the patient. And then we just gonna make a decision, is she gonna go up or she gonna go down? And those particular meetings I'm hosting, but I need everybody's input.
So what are you trying to say, doctor? Are you trying to say that we are trying to empower people so that they will be in power? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That's what it's all about.
Is that what it is?
Here. You gotta remember,
My man.
we are level 5 leaders. The highest level of leadership is a leader that empowers other leaders.
Wait a minute, doctor. Doctor, wait a minute. So you're telling me that we are empowering with an E in order to put the people in power with an I?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
I love it.
man.
Shout out.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Let's go.
So you're empowered to put in power. Come on.
Hey, that's why we're called Team Freedom.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
No bondage, no chains.
Go.
Come on.
We want people to remove the burden of money on their lives and their family lives and generations.
Oh.
When you can turn your computer on,
Amen.
5 days a week, 24 hours a day, and be able to hit buttons, and that money lands in your bank account. You are no longer in bondage financially.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what it goes. So we're gonna change. Actually, we're gonna change the 7 o'clock sessions to empowering sessions.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Empowering sessions.
Okay.
And as everybody gets empowered, man, we got a responsibility to empower others.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. All right. Well, I enjoyed it. Anybody have any questions, please hit us with them now so that way we can stay in power. Don't be scared. Come on out.
How are we looking at the Millionaire Marathon?
We started putting out the ads today in reference to the Millionaire Marathon.
Has everybody on the been alerted to it? Is where I'm going with that.
Try that once again. I kind of missed that last part.
Done an announcement about the Millionaire Marathon with our.
Is somebody getting that whole thing? It's breaking up. So I'm missing something.
I think he's. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you got a lot of background noise. I got you though. Okay, so if you haven't already, go to the millionaireMarathon.online and register right here. Right here.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that and it just won't. I can't get registered. So.
Now, who did that?
Tim, this is Tim.
Yeah, I think you already registered.
Yeah, Tim.
I didn't fill out it. I didn't fill out any information or anything. I mean.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did.
Okay.
Tim, we'll check on it and I'll let you know.
Yeah, please do. I moved my schedule around, so my wife and I will be there Saturday.
Oh, spectacular, man.
Good.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And it was Walt, was this session that you guys did today, was it recorded? Could I listen to it again? Because I got in at the very tail end because I was working.
Yeah, matter of fact, let me stop. Yeah, I'll make it on the chat. We'll break it down right now.